So on September 11th, I was about 1,000 feet from the South Tower. I was in my apartment on the 18th floor. I could see that there was smoke coming out of the towers. And my friend says, "You should get away from the window." So I ran to the kitchen and there was a big whoosh. And we had a little balcony and that door popped open and all the stuff came in and filled the apartment. And then at that point, I couldn't see more than an inch outside the window. So I was sort of trapped in there for a long time, not knowing what was left of the world. Hi, my name is J. Alan Zimmerman. My signing name is J. And I'm a composer, author, performer, multi-hyphenate, and I'm deaf. I've chosen to identify as deaf because medically I'm deaf. But instead of getting a cochlear implant and calling myself hearing impaired, I found it more empowering. It was so freeing when I just said, you know, screw it, I'm deaf. I'm deaf, I can't hear you. Stop trying. Stop yelling. Yes, so I met this blind painter and I was like, wait a minute, you're blind and you paint. How is that possible? And she said, well, I have a little bit of vision out of this corner of this eye. And if I stand really close to the painting, I can sort of see it. So I just have to work very slowly. And I thought, oh my God, that's exactly what I do. I have to be really close to the composition. I have to work on each layer individually and then kind of add them all together in my head. And then ask tons of people, does this sound any good? Because with hearing loss, if you're not around other people, you don't know you're missing anything. It's when people start to talk. It's when your son starts to talk to you and you can't figure out what he's saying that you start to realize this is the problem. And when you go to rehearsal and you're working with a soprano, like you're supposed to sing that high B flat, where's the high B flat? Well, I'm singing it right now. Okay, you start to realize this is a serious problem. You say, I'm profoundly deaf. My belief is, if I'm deaf, that means I hear nothing, but I'm hearing some weird sounds. And my belief is, to enjoy music, you have to hear everything. So these two cancel each other out. So that means my life is over. And frankly, I was suicidal for a time. The world says you're supposed to overcome and accept, and that's way easier said than done. So I don't go for acceptance. I just start with acknowledging reality. If you start acknowledging reality, then you can break it down and you can start to do with it better. And the hearing chart is laid out in a way that makes no sense to a normal person. You know, pitch, things that are high or low, are not high or low on this chart. They go the other direction. Volume goes the other direction. So I made my own hearing chart. I started designing my own hearing chart. I said, I'm not going to just focus on what they're saying. I'm going to cover the whole spectrum of human hearing. And I mapped it all out, and I took every hearing test, and I charting it, and I'm like, wait a minute, on their chart, I can't hear anything, but on my chart, I have this bit of music down here I can hear. So that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And then also with music, okay, what is music? What are the components of music and how much hearing do I need to understand them? Music is not just pitch. Music is not just melody. Music is rhythm. Music is patterns. I can understand rhythm. I can see rhythm. So I think about breaking all these things down into smaller bits. Then I was able to start to rebuild a new version of me. Imagine